Hi, Emma.
Hey, Sean, you're right.
OK, well...
OK.
You know, it seems that Spidey are running the show at the moment. I wanted to ask you who's on tonight's show.
OK,
so I can relay it to the basement.
OK, so Kate Walsh is on tonight's show?
Great. Kate Walsh?
Boo! Jasmine Leonard, she's on.
Jasmine Leonard.
Not good enough, Big Brother. We're the audience.
Not good enough. Paula Hamilton. They're going to go for Paula Hamilton.
Paula Hamilton.
What about Andrew Stone?
Andrew Stone.
He's a poser. He's a wannabe.
He's a jerk. No. OK. Ian Lee. Surely everybody loves Ian Lee.
Ian Lee.
I'm done with these people.
At least you've got me. That's one.
Boo!
Is 100 times more real than their reality game. So there. Did anybody have a clue what he was going on about earlier? Because I had no idea. On tonight's show, we are hoping for an eyeful of this. Lucky us, I say. OK, a special treat for me tonight. Alice normally bags my first guest as her bit on the side on a Sunday. I was feeling slightly left out, so I wanted in on the action. So tonight, I got Mr. Ian Lee. Next up, after Alan Sugar on The Apprentice and Ian Wright on Live from Studio 5, she's used to sharing airtime with grumpy old men. So who better to join Ian tonight than Kate Walsh? Our supermodel sashayed out of the Big Brother house, and in case you missed any of it, this is what happened.
The first celebrity to be evicted is Paula.
Yep.
Who's Paula?
Now, Paula time. It's been a great housemate. Thank you so much.
Well, if your name's on the bullet, your name's on the bullet. So I always take it in my stride. Part of our profession is to be rejected. Part of our profession is to rise and fall and rise and fall. I'm very excited to go on the side.
I'm shining!
How you doing? I'm Lee. How's it going?
I'm so gutted.
I said, give me a pair of pliers, got a screw.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's fashion, brand guru and chocolatier Paula Hamilton. So good to meet you. I get bad winds.
No, and then Heidi told me, we thought you were masturbating. Boris and I would have gone swimming together.
Paula Hamilton, everybody.
Thank you to Bit on the Side. I've had a fantastic time. I'm going off now to feed Boris.
Please welcome a babe in total control of herself. It's last night's evictee, Paula Hamilton. It was a pretty amazing show this evening, wasn't it?
Oh, steady. Sit down, you're right.
So much to talk about. Lots of top quality acting, I think we'll find in the house this evening. So let's start with Ryland's tears. Ryland's tears that didn't quite appear, in my opinion. Paula, did you have any idea that he was pretending?
No, he's a fantastic actor, a fantastic singer. He's a genuine bloke. And he gave me his bracelet, solid gold.
You're collecting bracelets from
I know.
everybody, Paula.
I mean, they give me jewelry. It's like, come on, fling it at me. Fling it at me.
Ian, were you impressed with his acting skills?
I was.
She's talking to me now, love. Can I just say, Paula Hamilton, you shouldn't have been voted out. They should have kept you in. She is the nicest person. We've only just met in the green room. She's cleaned paint off of my shoes and showed me her boobies. Honestly. She is the nicest lady in the world. It's very nice to meet you. I was very impressed with his acting. The dry tears. I can't do the crying, but he did it, and he did it wonderfully. Threw himself
He did
in. Well
really get away
done.
with it. And I love the little... He didn't do it in a malicious way, but he did do a little cheeky wink to the camera.
Little look over
when
the
you all
shoulder.
weren't looking,
Wonderful.
Which was quite nice, I think. Compared to Spidey, though, he's a beginner because they kind of pulled it out the bag, I think, last night. They were really good. So let's talk about the basement twist. We saw a very excited Spidey this evening, and an excited Spidey makes me excited because they're just gold, don't you think? They're being fantastic down there. Do you think, Ian, they've been waiting for the game to begin?
They've been feeling a little bit, it would appear, a little bit left out, a little bit excluded, and now they've got this kind of luxury penthouse suite, I believe they would
And they
call
have
it.
something to do.
They've got something to do. Is they've got to eat chocolates and popcorn and watch people and then flick their finger up at when they want to. Did you see that? Boing. She was trying to be English and doing that, the English accent. But yeah, no, they've got a purpose now, and it's great. And when they go back in the house, it's going to kick off, isn't it?
Well, I don't mean to tease everybody, but we've got lots of news about when they're going back in the house, what's going to happen, another little twist that might be
I feel sorry for Claire when they
occurring.
go back in the house, because Claire and Ryan, they're going to go for them, and it's going to be wonderful.
You just wait.
Well, they were just being honest about them as they see it, and Spidey were like, "We're going to get those guys when we go back up there and teach them a lesson."
I love those guys.
Good American
Thank you
accent,
so
Ian.
much.
You're
I
welcome.
am an American man.
Paula, would you have been convinced by their performance had you have been in there? Spidey?
I think Spencer and Tracy are one of the most genuine couples.
Spencer and Heidi?
Oh, sorry. I think that Spencer and Heidi are one of the most genuine couples, and I wish I had what they had. I know another couple that they have the same thing they have, and they're in the audience.
Oh! Speaking of the audience, let's go in there. Were you convinced by Spider and Heidi, I was going to say? Spencer and Heidi.
Well, I think that's kind of their forte, making kind of drama and stuff. Being in the hills, they do that on a daily basis.
And have you noticed when they're talking, they're talking about their roles in the house, as in it's like an acting show. So that's their role.
Yeah, they always want to be the main attraction.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've been waiting for this. We've been waiting for this. We've been waiting for Big Brother to take off. And this task is just made for them. I must say, I was upset you left last night, but this is going to ramp the show up a gear.
Paul,
I agree with you.
tomorrow we're going to ramp it up even more.
I'm sure you
Oh, yes, we are. Do you think, Kate, the housemates were relieved that they were leaving? We did hear Trisha say at the end of the show, I feel like I can relax a little bit more now, but what about the rest of the house?
I think, without a doubt, everybody will be relieved that they've gone, because it's always going to be difficult having a couple. It's going to feel a little bit us and them, but they're so fickle. 1 minute they want to stay in, 1 minute they want to go out. We had the whole issue where they wouldn't do the task and then they didn't introduce themselves. And people haven't forgotten that. And obviously everybody nominated them, so I don't think
No one tried to stop them,
anybody...
did they?
No, I don't think anyone's upset.
Oh, OK, then off you go.
Yeah. Ryland pretended for a little while, but it didn't last very long. So, no, I don't think any of them are really going to miss Spidey.
Paula, are you surprised at how quickly their opinion of people is changing now that they're in the basement?
Not at all. They are professionals.
Professional reality players?
Yep.
So they know exactly what they're doing.
They'll end up hating everybody though, because everybody at some point is going to have something bad to say about them. So by the time they get back in the house, I don't think they're going to have any friends left.
Well, when they go back in that house, it is going to be fireworks. Spidey have already been up to mischief in the basement today. Here's how they're using their power to influence the house.
Hello, Heidi.
Good morning.
Heidi, do you have any requests this
Do you have any
morning for
requests
Big
this
Brother?
morning?
Let's wake him up with a nice...
Let's wake him up with a nice alarm.
Loud siren
alarm
and
sirens
flashing
and
lights.
flashing lights.
Your request has been noted, Heidi.
It's been noted. Thank you, Big Brother.
Thank you, Big Brother.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, thank you.
The bastards on it.
That's not nice.
We saw Spencer say that this is the most fun he's ever had on a reality show.
Yeah, no, he's in his element.
The last one, though, he walked out on the first day, didn't he? So, do you think the others should be worried for when they go back in?
Oh yeah, well definitely, because they're all these private conversations where they're being honest about this couple that they don't particularly like, most of them. That's dangerous stuff, because they're just going to go back and hate everybody and take them all out one by one.
Do you think they can use the situation to their advantage once they go back into the house, Kate?
I think if Big Brother doesn't tell the other housemates that they've been able to see everything that's going on and they can kind of pretend whilst having that knowledge about what everyone's been saying, then yes. Whereas if the other housemates know that they've seen every single thing they've said about them, then how can they use that to their advantage? Because the atmosphere is just going to be absolutely horrible. I could barely watch. I'm going to be watching from behind my hands, I think.
You just wait to see. I know I keep saying it, but wait and see what's going to happen tomorrow night. It is all going to kick off. Right, thank you, everybody, for your opinions. We'll have more news in part 4 on next week's tomorrow night's explosive twist, and it's going to be, as I said, humongous. Right, still to come, former first evictees Jasmine Leonard and Andrew Stone offer Paula a shoulder to cry on. Now, they may have all been first out, but another one goes tomorrow, and here are all the details you need to save your fave. This week, Ryan and Sam face a public vote. Who stays? You decide. To save Ryan from a landline, call 090 20 50 58 08 or from a mobile 650 58 08. To save Sam from a landline, call 090 20 50 58 10 or from a mobile 650 58 10. Mobile and BT landline votes cost 35p. Other landlines may vary. Voting closes in Friday's eviction show. Votes cast after the lines close won't count, but you may still be charged. For full terms, go to channel5.com/BB Vote. On the side, the best Big Brother spin-off show since Princess Nikki. Do you all remember that one?
We do.
That's one for the diehards if you don't remember it. Would you like to see what's been happening in the house today?
Yeah.
Here we go, it's exclusive time.
Shut
up. Singing. Keep it in the studio.
Look how funny Trish looks. She looks like a dude with a wig. Trish looks like a dude with a wig in the mirror. I'm gonna tell them, you should all be putting on makeup. This is HD. I'm gonna mess with their heads.
Oh my goodness. Now, while our celebrities may enter the Big Brother house with high hopes of becoming the next Bez, Alex Reid or Paddy Doherty, unfortunately, such lofty heights aren't for all. Not everyone can be crowned champ, and someone has to be the first to leave. Now, these guys know all about that. It's Andrew Stone and Jasmine Leonard and Paula Hamilton. Okay, so, Andrew, first question to you, and be careful because Paula is sitting right next to you. Did the right person leave last night?
Do you know what? Leaving first isn't a bad thing. Do you know why? Because you can go on Big Brother's bit on the side. You can go and do all the multimedia. You can do all that stuff. And they'll always remember you, love.
Oh, right.
So, yeah, I think, in a way, that's a good
There
thing.
is always a thing about the first one that comes out, isn't there? And I think you are always remembered for that, for being, you know...
Yeah, I was
you leave a mark. The last one and the first one, always remembered. The ones in between, you're like, oh yeah, I thought you...
When I first came out, I was so down, and I thought, oh, God, I've let a lot of people down and stuff, and then it wasn't until I met you and met everybody else, and they said, actually, it's a good thing you came out first in a way, because now, you know, it's our gain and their loss. So
exactly. We get more of you.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, with Celebrity, even more so than the regular one, Jasmine, in Celebrity, it seems that there's a bigger fear of coming out first. Is that because there are bigger egos in the Celebrity one than the regular Big Brother?
In some cases, I mean, I think there's like two reasons why you do the show. Either you do the show because you need the money, or you do the show because you want to promote yourself. Anyone that says they're doing it for the experience is fucking lying. You know, like, it's some kind of experience, you know. I don't know how they get the mugs that do the normal one, although they do win money in the end, don't they?
Yeah, they win quite a lot of money.
So, yeah, I think there are certain egos, you know, but everyone comes from different situations, you know, and there's going to be one person in there that needs it the most. You know, that is the most vulnerable, or is that, you know, and that happened to be me, and I think that was Paula in her case, and
oh, bless you.
Yeah, but you're both great TV.
You know.
And, you know...
Exactly, you leave an impression, which is good. Paula, why was it so important to you not to be the first one out? Because even though you may be fine with it now that you're out and it's not so bad, but when you were in there, you did say a few times, you know, I just don't want to be the first one to go.
Oh, because I've had this label since 1990, 2009. I was crazy, mad, bonkers, you know, and I've never had that before in my... If you go back in the archives, you won't find it before 2009. So it kind of, you know, flattened my career.
And do you think you can lift it back up now?
Oh, it is lifted. I am so overwhelmed. I'm like, I can't do that amount of work in this year.
Yeah.
Sorry. I mean, I've been booked every day this year.
That's fantastic. Good. Good for Paula. Jasmine, how hard is it when you come out on eviction night to that crowd chanting? Because they're pretty ruthless, aren't they?
I mean, if they weren't chanting, I'd be doing my job wrong, you know? But that's just my part. Like, I don't pretend to be a sweetheart. It's a pantomime. Do you know what I mean? So you've got to take it as that, you know, and I must say that the one thing that I do respect about you know, is that when you came out, I thought, do not cry, do not cry, do not cry, hold it together, hold it together. And you, particularly during the nominations, like, you have a little age on me, but you were very dignified about the way that you dealt with that, because it's hard, you know, you don't realise, you know, it's very difficult to be the first person out.
It's a popularity contest, and when you know you're the least popular at that point in time, it can't feel very nice.
Well, it's not even about the people in the house, it's about the people outside that you care about, that you feel that you've let down,
yeah,
you
totally.
know?
Yeah, okay, let's reminisce on eviction night.
Okay, then.
Andrew, let's go to you.
Let's bring it on.
Let's go to you first.
Come on. You know, why don't we make it even? Rub the salt in.
We won't go to yours.
Emma's talking.
We won't go to yours. Let's go to Andrew's, because yours was a very special eviction night. Andrew,
I was a beast.
Let's take a look at it.
I can now reveal the housemate with the fewest votes is Andrew. Andrew, the fairy tale's over.
It's all good, it's all good. I'm going to take this off. You dressed like that.
They really stitched you up.
No! Was it that bad?
Was it the fairy tale ending you hoped for?
Absolutely. I love Disney. I went out the back door. No pun intended. No pun intended. Stop it. It's not pantomime. Well, it is.
Back passage.
Whatever. Moving on quickly. There's no edit in this show. And basically, it was in actual fact. You know, I was very upset because I had a few people that I wanted to really do well for. But
yeah. Jasmine, your eviction brought out the rebel in you. Shall we have a look? Oh, God. Let's see.
Hold on.
I can now reveal the person with the least votes is Jasmine.
can't smoke. You can't smoke, mate.
Oh, do you think I give a fuck right now?
Come on.
Keep it real, guys.
3, 2, 1. We are running out of time, so we'll quickly go down the line. And do you think if each of you had have had longer in there, could you have won over your housemates and the public? Jasmine?
I think that I could have won over the public. I'm not sure about the housemates.
Andrew?
Housemates, yes. Public, they can make their own decision, but yes, definitely the housemates. Definitely.
Paula?
I've got no idea.
Thank you so much. And Paula, I hope that they have made you feel slightly better about coming out first. Now, don't forget, if you fancy being first out in the next series of Big Brother, or possibly even winning it, then there's still time to apply. Just go to bigbrotherauditions.com for all the details. Whilst you're doing that, we'll have a quick break and we'll see you on the other side. Now, some of you have complained that Bit on the Side has, or Big Brother in fact, has turned into the Heidi and Spencer show. So to help clear things up and to save any confusion, we have done the sensible thing and we've changed our name. So welcome back to Prats on the Side. Yeah? Has a good ring to it. OK, so last night they dropped the nom bombshell again, and here to explain is body language expert Judy J. OK, so before we start talking about the noms, let's have a quick catch-up about what has been going on in the house in general. Now, you're quite surprised at the lack of bonding that's been happening, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was Big Brother's fault, to be honest, because you created a big sort of murky human stew in there. I mean, it should have been a reasonably bog-standard house, because you've got a really strong Jurassic alpha there in Razor, who should have really... Is he here? But the problem was you then got other people in there that kind of took some of his power away. I mean, Frankie's actually had 2 goes at him now. You've got Ryan, who disobeyed him immediately when they were in the basement.
Yeah.
So that kind of prevented him from taking over the alpha spot. And even with Rylan, he's actually quite a natural leader, and I think he took something away from him as well. You had the classic alpha female there with Claire as well, but then you've got 3 more quite high-ranking older women in there as well, and that sort of caused a little bit of potential conflict. So it was murky.
There's no genuine bodies, are there, at the moment?
I mean,
you kind of see a little bit with Rylan and Razor and Rylan and Frankie, and
well,
but this doesn't seem to be...
Rylan's got very good skills of ingratiation, and he will kind of go round and bond, but it's reasonably... I think he's struggling in there slightly. I don't think he's got... You know,
do you think he's looking for it but not getting it?
Yeah, I mean, and I think he'll keep trying. He'll keep trying as long as he's got bones in his body, but I mean, I think it's not quite... Well, he hasn't got a real mate in there, and the others are very individual. I think they're very focused. I think they're all very focused on winning, and they're just not really creating those, you know, we get those big touchy-feely bond thing going. They're very individual in there.
Do you think last night's twist will change anything as far as that goes?
Well, they were, funnily enough, and I was just beginning to settle down, because they were becoming much more of a normal unit, because right up until that point, you got Razor suddenly started taking over as dad. You know, when there was the big thing with Rylan got upset by Frankie, you know, Razor really came out and sorted it out like dad, so he kind of moved into that role. Rylan had become a lot more submissive, so he stopped taking over the leadership role, and it was beginning to change, and Claire had very much gone into popular mum role as well. But then suddenly you throw this new stone into the puddle, and I mean, now we've got these 2 people that are going to come back as a big threat to that unit and unsettle them all again.
Speaking of Spidey, how do you think they took to their secret mission?
I mean, they're always in role. I mean, I find them absolutely fascinating. I mean, did they like it? They seemed to. They displayed that they liked it. And
they're very excited,
angry
weren't they, in the diary room?
Yeah, but the big thing, because they're sort of several generations on in terms of reality star. They're hardcore reality stars. I think they probably have their own camera in their own house at home.
Well, that's where they came from. That's their day job. That's their history in the media, is reality.
And they described Sam as one of the cast members. I think they're still, you know, they're still very much part, and what that means is they can flip quite easily. So one minute they can be aggressive and we're going to get them and boo, and they're just as likely to walk back in and be everybody's friend when they get back in there. They can flip. They don't have this I'm being myself thing that the other housemates have got.
I'm so intrigued to see what they're like when they go back in that house. I just can't call it what they're going to do or how they're going to be.
No, I'm intrigued by their body language as a couple, which, I mean, this is going to be my new obsession because I've not seen any of the usual bonding body language that you get. I mean, when they were alone at last as a couple, you'd expect to see a change of dynamic.
Yeah.
They don't have to be lovey-dovey, but maybe a sort of, oh, thank goodness the others aren't here now, and a bit of hugging. And when Claire said that they're more like brother and sister and they were giving it all the booze and they don't kiss, they did 2 kisses after that. And they didn't touch then. I mean, the second one, she leapt away like a scalded cat. So absolutely fascinated. Big question mark over that one.
OK, let's talk about noms then. A shock for me was Razor getting nominated. I didn't think he would receive any because he seems to be loved by everybody. What did you see that we may not have?
I just loved his body language because he is this big guy. He looks like he wouldn't care. But just look at his response. I mean, he looks absolutely stricken.
He was in mid-cheer about something then, wasn't he, I think? And then all of a sudden you just see him go...
Yeah, he just didn't realise it, didn't he? He's like a crash test dummy, and then suddenly he realised. And then his little eyes didn't leave Trisha's face. I mean, he was really hoping that at some moment she was going to... Only joking, but she wasn't. And he really was upset. I think that really, really stunned him that they didn't like him.
I think another big shock as well, as far as Razor goes, is that Frankie nominated him.
Yes, and, you know, this was so dangerous of Frankie, really, because that's the second time he's done it to Razor now. And I think it's gone beyond a joke. I mean, Frankie's very much a sole player as a jockey. You know, he's competing against everybody, but Razor is a team player, and he will see that as a real act of disloyalty.
Do you think he's eliminating what he thinks are the strong competition?
Well, he said it was the other way round, didn't he? He told Razor that actually it's because I want the younger ones to have a chance. But no, I mean, they were blokes that had bonded.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have picked on another housemate.
Yeah.
But I think, yes, in a way, I think because Frankie's small, we forget that he might have alpha aspirations, you know. So, but I love the way that Razor put him back in his place because he does those slappy things, you know, this little greeting ritual that he does, which is quite gentle, but at the same time, I think you'd know if you'd been greeted by Razor. I think he did that to Frankie, so that was, you know, back in your place, son.
What about Gillian? She obviously found it quite difficult because we've got a little bit of footage of her here. Talk us.
Sam, because he sleeps an awful lot, and sometimes I can't get to know him because he's got that silly hat on. My second nomination is Ryan because he goes in the gym, and I can't get on the treadmill sometimes. And also, he's got that bloody washing line up here now.
What's going on there?
She was really smart because she was struggling. She didn't want to nominate.
You
she
can
was
see
crying.
that she's been
she
crying.
was in tears. So what she did was, it's called changing your state. She actually took on a role of another person. She did this kind of Cockney, jokey comedy. Yeah. She's in the right job. But what that meant was she could also extend the insults a little bit. You know, she put a little bit more in. But it was great because she didn't look like the Wicked Witch by doing that. And the others were laughing and actually quite liking her.
And Ryan was clapping.
He was clapping, you know, so that's the way to do it. You just go into a different type of role. Pretend to be somebody else and you'll get away with it.
I'll remember that for next time. Judy James, everybody. Time now for an exclusive and Razor gets a makeover.
Is it?
Pink on the nut. What is it again? Where'd you go? Ding. Oh.
That's dinner time, honey.
Yes, I'm ready. Got the teeth are falling out there, mate, while you've been asleep.
I think I had a power kick there.
Yeah, I think you did. Definitely did.
Oh my God. Only slightly.
Did you snore? You just snored slightly, yeah. It wasn't that loud.
I just noticed.
Hey! Scouse.
My kid done my orange ones once. My kid done orange and take fucking years to come on.
Oh yeah, we can go.
I'll leave them till they grow up.
So, tomorrow night marks eviction number 2. Who stays? You decide, or kind of goes something like that. Here's a reminder of who nominated who.
It's nominations time. However, tonight, you will nominate Face to Face. Ryan.
Okay, cool. My first nomination is Sam, and the second nomination is he's got his hand up, right?
My first nomination is my beautiful little girl now. Second one is Sam. I love you also.
You're gonna hate me. I'm so sorry.
First person I'm going to choose is Claire. Trisha.
Ada.
I know you.
And Ryan.
My first nomination is Sam. I'm nominating Ryan.
Sam. My second nomination is Ryan.
Sam, because he sleeps an awful lot. My second nomination is Ryan.
Is Ryan. The second one, Lisa.
Okay, so let's talk about the 2 nominees in turn. 2 minutes each, starting with Ryan. Let's go to you guys first. He seemed really popular on the outside, the people that I've spoken to. Where has he gone wrong?
Well, he doesn't do a lot. He doesn't do a lot. What does Ryan do, really? I haven't
He's been
seen
quiet
him.
recently, hasn't he? In the beginning, in the basement, we kind of saw quite a bit from him, but now he's...
He's slowed down. He doesn't even make me laugh anymore.
Anybody else?
He was, I think at the beginning he was the hero because he did that task down in the basement, and now he's not really done much to show that he's a character in the house or a big character. But he has some big characters around him, so it's very difficult.
It's
He's
hard
got
to
get
shine
out there
through,
a
isn't
bit.
it?
Yeah,
It really
definitely.
is. We saw him saying tonight's show that not getting British banter is working against him. Do you think that's right, Ian?
It does, because we're not as racist as the Australians, so that kind of... He's probably not fitting in. And also, we expected him to be like Toadfish and, you know, getting kidnapped and stealing a cow and you know...
Driving his wife off a cliff.
Yeah, all of that kind of stuff. And he's not like that in real life. He's not like that at all, is he? He's just a typical Jared Rebecca, that's all.
We've seen him do the drain task, as somebody just mentioned in the beginning. Has he done enough, Kate, to stand out for you?
No, I think that was exactly right what you said in the audience, that there's a lot of big characters around him and he hasn't really shone, and I've got to say, I think he's going. I think he's...
Do you? Now, Paula, he received 5 nominations, which is more than you, because you received 4 nominations.
Oh, you got 5?
He got 5 nominations.
Wow.
Is he difficult to live with? I'm hoping that that's about Ryan and not me, Paula.
No, that was Ryan.
Oh, OK, wonderful. Now, Claire nominated him because his exercising makes her feel bad. Is that fair, Ian?
Well, I just have to say that Paula and Claire sucking off those balls...
On that note, let's move on.
Excuse me? I was not sucking on anyone's balls.
Ping-pong balls.
Oh, those ping-pong balls. Okay.
It was the most erotic thing I've ever seen.
Let's move on to Sam. There are feelings that he doesn't get involved. Is that how you felt about him in the house, Paula?
Yeah, I just think he should come out.
Does he not do anything?
I just think he should come out.
Why?
Because he's gay.
I thought you meant come out of the house.
No. He's a closet queen.
OK. Kate, let's move on. I didn't know what to think of Sam because he's been quite quiet. You know, he's a very good-looking guy. What were your expectations of him on entering the house?
I thought he might have more of a personality. Again, I hate to keep saying it. It comes back to the whole, there have been such big personalities when we had Paula in. And
because
when we
he
had
does seem
Heidi
like a
and
nice
Spencer.
guy, doesn't he, as well?
I would like him to stay in, and I'd like to see more from him because he seems like a nice guy to me.
He doesn't add anything to the house. He adds nothing to the house.
If you give him a chance.
He might.
Ian,
He add it from
When I was
day
being
one.
evicted,
Yes.
listen. When I was being evicted, we had 1 hour on the hair blow dryers and the tongs, and he was right in there. Girls, can you do my hair? Can you do this? Can you do that?
He's got lovely hair.
He's got lovely hair, but he wasn't
Ian,
being evicted.
You're saying that he isn't doing anything, he should
Yes.
come out. If he had a showmance, would that help him stay in?
With him and the Lacey lady. If they got it on, then yes, I think that would do him good sense. I reckon he should get his tongue down her throat. Hey, he wants to win.
He is a good-looking boy, as we've said. Will the female vote save him? No. That was such a big no and a big point.
I honestly feel that he is so vacuous, so boring, and so invisible that most of the kids won't even realise he's there.
Any ladies here wanting to save him? Huh? You think he'll stay?
I don't think he'll...
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's such a
The
shame.
zebra lady didn't get a chance.
Is she strobing? No, she's fine. Oh, yes, you are. And quickly down the line, who's going to go tomorrow, Paula?
Sam.
Ian?
Sam.
Kate? Ryan? Oh, controversial, Walsh.
I know.
Well, whoever goes, they will be braving the studio and your calls. So if you have any questions more probing than Paula's friend Sally, who was asking her last night if she's still wearing her bracelet, then please do get in touch on the usual number. That's quite enough, I think, for this bumper-sized part. Join me after the break for the latest news from the house, including how Heidi and Spencer are now writing interviews for the housemates. They're even after my job, aren't they? How very dare they? We'll see you in a bit for more Pratt on the side. Welcome back to Big Brother's Bit on the Side. Now we have some breaking news. Katie Anderson has emailed in demanding I wear a watch. There you go, Katie Anderson. I hope you're happy. I have no idea why, but I can tell the time if you are wondering. Here is the rest of today's news. At 11:32 this morning, Spidey had a change of heart.
I think with Heidi and Spencer, they weren't complex enough. They weren't interested enough.
Oh.
I don't know, like, talking to them, they seem like, yeah, they lead, like, boring lives now, because they're just sort of, like,
Boring
together.
people. Come on.
Sam just said we're boring people.
Those guys were just dull.
We don't live proper lives.
Oh, he's off my list. Wow.
I swear, there were like, there's stacks next to the bed. There were like boxes of soap.
Mind your own business.
I think he bought a different toothbrush for every day.
Yeah, because you guys are dirty.
So some claims that they're boring. Something tells me his opinion may change when they return. At 4:26 this afternoon, Big Brother let the secret viewers question a housemate.
Today, Big Brother is giving you the ultimate power to become Big Brother. You will take over the diary room, Spidey style. You can choose one housemate, call them to the diary room, and ask them anything you want. Then, when they've answered all your questions, on your cue, Big Brother will drop a nasty surprise on their heads. Something that your dogs might enjoy.
I love you, Big Brother.
Which housemate you wish to interrogate?
Big Brother, we wish to interrogate Toadfish, a.k.a. Toadface, a.k.a. Ryan, Mr. Too Goody Poser Fake Man, because we have a feeling he deserves the drop more than any of the other housemates.
And this is what happened next.
Ryan, after last night's excitement, Big Brother is offering viewers the chance to ask one housemate some searching questions.
Cool.
What do you really think of the housemates who have left?
I think they would be lovely people in their own environment. Heidi and Spencer, I'm really confused as to what they were actually in here for.
And Ryan, who do you think is the fakest?
Shucks. It's not that she's fake, it's just that she's young. It's Lacey.
And finally, Ryan, one viewer requested that they hear you do some animal impressions.
He loves impressions.
Could you give Big Brother a cow? And a dog?
There you have it.
Thank you, Ryan. The diary room door is now open.
Why, thank you.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, lucky Ryan. Spidey certainly made a dog's dinner out of that. Those are the headlines today. But who will be making minimal column inches in the tabloids, apart, obviously, from the front page of the Daily Star, after tomorrow's eviction? Here are the details you need to save your fave. This week, Ryan and Sam face a public vote. Who stays? You decide. To save Ryan from a landline, call 090 20 50 5808 or from a mobile 650 5808. To save Sam from a landline, call 090 20 50 5810 or from a mobile 650 5810. Mobile and BT landline votes cost 35p. Other landlines may vary. Voting closes in Friday's eviction show. Votes cast after the lines close won't count, but you may still be charged. For full terms, go to channel5.com/BB Vote. It's sweaty box time with the beautiful Helen Price. I'm going to get to you in a minute, but Ian and Kate are in the reality gallery. Lady...
She's nice. Huh?
Sorry. I just said lady and you turned around, Ian.
You did, didn't
happening? Lady and gentleman, what's happening up there?
Well, I'm very, very jealous. I really want to be in the house at the moment because Rylan has got his own spray tan salon going on. Gillian's had a spray tan. Razor has had a spray tan, which is quite concerning, but he seems to be taking it very seriously by the look on his face.
It's gone now. It was a weird tan. It was like they were just smearing poo all over them. It was really.
That's what fake tan is.
Is it?
Yeah,
but it's supposed
absolutely.
to look smeary and it's. And
Would you let
inconsistent.
Rylan get hold of you?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Kate loves a spray tan.
Lots of other things. They've been playing. The housemates are playing Chinese whispers. I don't think you can call it that now. It's racism. But on the last round, the housemates managed to change the phrase "the long Good Friday" to "I love my VJ." I'm not saying the word it says
Yeah,
there.
don't say
I'm
that,
not
that's
saying
rude.
that. They think that Razor is changing words on purpose.
And I'm also impressed by their acrobatic abilities. Lacey's been impressing everybody by walking on her hands upside down.
No way.
She has. And then Razor has said, F the worm, I'd be more like an upside down tortoise, which is a nice image.
Have you seen that film, The Centipede?
Oh, no, I know.
You're gonna
Well,
watch
I
it
read
later?
about it. Absolutely not. That's
Move
just
it
wrong.
on.
Sorry, yes.
Yeah, move it on in. What other
from
gossip
what
have
you
you got
just
for
What are the
us?
chances of us getting a job off the back of this? Because to be honest, I think I'm doing quite well and holding her up. But is there anything going? Are you taking a holiday soon or?
Are you free? Are you vacant?
Very. Yeah. not a lot happening at the moment. But well,
else
a
you
bit
got?
disappointed. Yes, the housemate's been doing animal impressions in the kitchen. Lacey did a great impression of a monkey. Gillian did a fantastic duck and an elephant, and Rylan did an excellent impression of a silent platypus.
I think they're really bored in there.
I think they're bored and going mad. Can we give them some more booze?
What impression would you do, Ian?
What impression would I do? I would do the impression of a giraffe.
Let's see it.
I'm doing it now. It's just a long neck. What noise does a giraffe make? We know what an elephant does. We know what a horse does. A giraffe.
I wouldn't like to comment, really.
Exactly. See, you sneaky giraffe.
We're going to leave you pondering.
Is that it? Are we done?
We'll leave you pondering what noise a giraffe makes.
I've got loads more stuff.
Yeah, we've got loads more going on, but
I think we've had enough.
No, we've got loads
I
more.
think the giraffe
We've got the
impression
song.
finished you
Ask
off.
somebody up there if they've got a job for you.
Who's got their phone on? Phones off. Phones off on set, please. Phones off.
Professional. Helen, hiya. From those daft people to you, very lovely person.
Not so daft.
No. What's happening online?
Well, first of all, I must say there's a lot of appreciation for your opening sketch.
What's that?
Yeah, at the start of the show. BB Spy said that was quite possibly the best Bots opening sketch ever. # amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you
I think you should
very
be an
much.
actress. Yeah.
It was my very good co-star Sean.
Oh, Sean.
Sean, what's his surname?
I don't remember.
I can't
Sean
remember.
Connery?
Somebody, I don't know.
Yes, and everyone's obviously talking about Spidey's twist and the nominations, eviction night tomorrow night. Completely, obviously, as always, divided. Ryan, I think, has got the slight edge. Grace, 536 Grace says, keep Ryan, please. We've seen tonight that he is a dark horse. The way he spoke about Spidey, there's more to come from him.
Okay.
I think he might have a bit of a dark side. But Martin Kemp has placed his support for Sam by saying...
Martin Kemp!
Right, vote for Sam.
Hi,
he's
Martin
tweeted.
Kemp.
Hi, Martin Kemp.
I love Martin Kemp.
Yeah, Lucy Price says, loving Toadie, genuine, honest and funny and the perfect housemate. But, I mean, I think... Well,
you know, they both seem like nice guys. They're obviously different sides to different people because we all have very different sides. Sam has been quite quiet. Toadie was out there at the beginning and then quiet. So it's a tricky one.
But it's difficult because they did the
Really
plea
hard to
tonight.
call.
The plea tonight, and Sam said keep Ryan. He was saying he's ready to go now, which I think is a bit like. I don't know, like, it's, don't say that.
Yeah,
Sam.
but they always say
Appreciate
that,
being on
don't
Big
they?
Brother,
They
Sam.
always say it. That is all we have time for tonight. Thank you to all of my guests. Join Brian tomorrow night from 9 when Heidi and Spencer will return to the house. They get to make a decision that is going to rock the group forever. Well, for the next 2 or 3 weeks at least, anyway. All will be revealed as to why Big Brother gave them the power of watching the rest of the house. I cannot wait. I know you can't wait. We'll be here for the fallout at 11 o'clock. Have a fantastic evening. We'll see you then.